Estar centrado é uma habilidade que impacta todas as áreas da sua vida. E na liderança, isso faz ainda mais diferença, tanto na forma como você conduz sua equipe, quanto na maneira como lida com os desafios do dia a dia. Neste vídeo, quero te explicar por que isso acontece e mostrar uma técnica simples que você pode aplicar no seu cotidiano para se manter centrado ou centrada, mesmo em meio à correria. Vamos lá? Tem uma frase do livro Empatia Assertiva, da Kim Scott, que diz o seguinte: o que levamos ao trabalho depende da nossa saúde e bem-estar. Você já parou para pensar nisso? No quanto o seu trabalho influencia o seu bem-estar em casa? Acho que é fácil de perceber, né, gente? E no quanto o que acontece fora do trabalho também afeta seu desempenho profissional. Isso acontece porque a nossa vida é integrada. A gente não vive em compartimentos separados, com caixinhas organizadas para cada área. Quando o líder não está bem em qualquer aspecto, isso transparece e o impacto chega até a equipe. Além disso, quanto maior o estresse, menor parece a capacidade da liderança de se importar genuinamente com as pessoas ao redor. E o time percebe. A verdade é que líderes que constroem bases sólidas para si mesmos também constroem equipes mais dedicadas. Equipes em que cada pessoa se sente valorizada, apreciada e com liberdade para criar, sem ser tratada como apenas mais uma peça do quebra-cabeça que precisa somente cumprir ordens. É por isso que conseguir se centrar, especialmente em momentos de adversidade, é tão importante. Isso fortalece a clareza na tomada de decisão, melhora os relacionamentos e torna os feedbacks mais conscientes. Mas atenção! As técnicas de centramento são especialmente úteis em momentos de crise. Sim, mas devem ser praticadas diariamente. Pensa comigo, se você quer ter bons resultados na academia, não adianta ir só quando está com dor, certo? É a consistência que fortalece os músculos, alivia as dores e faz com que quando aparecerem, seja mais fácil lidar com elas. Com a mente é a mesma coisa. Ao praticar técnicas de centramento com regularidade, você treina seu cérebro para criar novos padrões neurais, fortalecer sua resiliência e lidar melhor com situações desafiadoras. A seguir, vou te apresentar uma técnica de centramento simples, rápida e extremamente eficaz. Tente aplicá-la na sua rotina, leva apenas 12 minutos e depois me conta o resultado. Combinado?
And in the book, I call it the find your flashlight practice. And I do that for a specific reason, which I'll get into. So we're all here, we're ready to go, we're going to do our workout. Sit down if you want, you can stand up if you'd like, but I suggest pick a kind of a specific time during the day when you're dedicating yourself to doing this. Don't do it just like in the middle of the most crazy busy time. You can do micro practices later, but you're going to devote yourself to doing this in the same way you take seriously exercising. So sit down, comfortable posture, and really this is not about falling asleep. This is not relaxation. This is about waking up and paying attention. So we're going to take this sort of dignified posture. I would say upright, but not uptight. We don't want to be like so stiff, and don't be too preoccupied about the posture. You just want to really embody what you are aiming to achieve. And then the very first thing we're going to do, so fundamental, is we're going to notice that our body is breathing, sitting and breathing. And of course, we've been breathing this entire time. If we weren't breathing, we'd have other problems, but we are. And we're just taking stock of that aspect of our experience, breathing. And then what we're going to do is actually go on a little bit of a hunt. What is most vivid regarding my breath-related sensations? What feels prominent right now? For some people, it may be coolness of air around their breath or their chest moving up or down. Pick something that you can say is actually vivid. I can really feel it in the sensory arena. And then take that flashlight of your attention, and for the short amount of time we're going to do this practice, that's where you're going to direct the flashlight of attention. And oftentimes it helps to kind of lower or close your eyes because you really are thinking about now, not thinking, experiencing body sensations. So lower or close your eyes while you're sitting. You notice your body breathing, notice what's vivid, and then that's the target for your attention for the short practice. And then the intention, the goal is keep my flashlight focused on those breath-related sensations. So focus, number one part of the exercise. You're doing this for a while. Soon enough, your mind will wander away, which brings us to the second part of the instruction. Notice when your mind wanders away. And by the way, I didn't say if you happen to be one of those really broken people whose mind wanders, the rest of us are fine just keeping our flashlight here. I'm not saying that. It's normal. Normalize it 50% of the time. When you notice your mind has wandered away, simply redirect it back. And you might even say gently redirect it back. There's nothing, a big hubbub about this. So essentially the 3 steps for our first exercise are focus, notice, and redirect. And the content for all of this is our mind and our body and our breath happening. And then repeat, right? So focus, notice, redirect, repeat. And if you noticed, we're actually exercising all 3 systems of attention in that one practice. We're exercising pointing the flashlight. We're really receptive with the floodlight, checking in on where our mind is. And then that executive control is saying, what's the goal right now? Not thinking about the future, not making your grocery list, not even thinking about a great memory of the last time you meditated. Right now, pay attention to the breath. Get that flashlight back. And a lot of times my military colleagues will say, this is the push-up. You gave us a push-up for the mind. So I really like that you already talked about it as a mind gym. But I hope that gives like a flavor for the present centeredness. You can't save up the breath for later. It's happening right now. And it's just a handy tool. There's really not anything about breath manipulation or changing the way you're breathing. It's a handy tool you can use. No props needed. Got it with you all the time. And you can exercise in this way and work up to about 12 minutes a day.